It's Friday. We are at the very beginning of the first weekend. Is it the first? Okay, this month started on Sunday. In the month of March. And for this hour, we're talking security. As a matter of fact, I do not intend to spend too long on this conversation with my guest because I have just one major question. But let's get into the detail. A yet to be identified group has claimed responsibility for the attack on Goshe, a community in Gwoza local government area of Borno State, where scores of soldiers and civilians were killed and over 300 abducted on Wednesday night. Let me analyze that line. So, there was what we can call a terrorist attack. And in some parts of the world, some groups come out to take responsibility because for them it's bragging rights. So what this is trying to say is that of all the known groups that we have, the Bokos, the ISWAPs, the bandits, and all the groups that have established some level of dominance, these people that came to claim responsibility are not yet known. Meaning that it might be one of the regular ones or a new crop, another group, a faction of one of the terrorist groups, newly registered. So hopefully the security agencies will tell us who they are. But for now, they are yet to be identified. Newsmen reported that on Wednesday night, the terrorists stormed and burned a military base in the community, shot sporadically, and burned down homes and shops. In a video obtained on Friday, the group comprising 5 men said they were determined to claim the territory and will celebrate the coming Eid al-Fitr in the central mosque located in the community. They said a few things. They said prayers. They thanked God. And, they were appreciative to God for helping them to conquer that territory. And as of today, the attack has been tagged the Borno Massacre. So that's what we're facing. It's the latest in a wave of terrorist attacks. My guest is a security analyst and expert. He's our go-to guy for most things security. He's Dr. Efe Wanogho, and he joins me via the phone. Good day, Dr. Wanogho. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. Nice to be with you. Good day to you.
All right. You and I have had variations of security conversations. I've asked and framed the question in every possible way. So I promise not to take your time, as I have only one question for you. With the failure of all other security strategies against terrorism in Nigeria, do you think that state police will be the lasting solution to terrorist attacks?
The answer to your question is not entirely. State policing, if properly implemented, would only serve to contribute to the whole gamut of the different legs of security architecture that would assist to stop terrorism. Terrorism, as you know, is among those crimes which ordinarily, if we have state police, would be categorized as a federal crime. Now, other crimes of that nature would be insurgency, espionage, subversion, and the like. So terrorism would not be within the regular list, in manner of speaking. But what state policing can do for us, it provides a situation where the local policing authority has firm grasp of the issues and they know the ins and outs. And they would then be in a very good position to partner with the federal security agencies, of which the federal police is one of them, and other agencies that exist in that regard. So it will be a symbiotic relationship, if you like, to be able to solve. Terrorism is not something that a single agency alone. But out would of course be a federal agency. They would rely heavily on the sources, and the inroads and the sources and the agents that the state policing can have, because they will not have the number that state policing would have, they will not have the reach state policing would have, but they would have the technical and the, if you like, the targeted, precision-guided intervention. Terrorism, counterintelligence will be located at the federal level. But they will not then rely heavily on what the state is able to provide. So again, state policing is not the panacea, but of course it does not run counter. It will help, to to fast-track resolution of terrorism and neutralization of terrorist groups. Yes.
Well, I promise I had only one question, but your answer has given birth to more. So, so of course, the president is serious about state police. He has told the National Assembly to start doing something about it, and we're hoping that sooner rather than later we have that framework. So, since it will not exactly answer all the questions, and we have tried many things, so far it doesn't seem like it's working. Where do we go? What do we do?
So, if you ask me, I do think that what is left to be done is what is missing largely is the urgency, right? It has to be an onslaught, a continuous onslaught, not a scatter, not something you do today. You have managed to launch an attack of one terrorist hideout or another. The next week you are able to do one. In between, you are deflecting attacks on yourself with your different bases. So what I think is missing is proper continuing and aggregation of the entirety of the effort in a single operation. Remember, harmonize different agencies, and they were going in one direction. So the offensive, we must be on the offensive on a sustained and continuous basis for a determined period until you are able to definitively crush this head. So I don't think we have that sustained offensive yet. But to be able to do that, you need to put certain things in place. A central commanding system, right, must be in place with access to all the gadgets required, the arms and ammunition required, air support, land support, and the places you need it, like the Lake Chad basin area, and naval support, right, for water, for the seas. So you need all this under a central command, and then you need to mop. You know, I tell you again that we're not having the urgency to it, and we're not in emergency from where I see it. Why do we still have some soldiers in some areas doing some jobs that are not urgent national security assignments, for instance? You should run lean in such areas. You should mop them up, allow the police with the withdrawal from certain VIP work and what have you to handle those, and return those you are going to mop out to the frontier regions, to the northeast, to the northwest, and then to the north central. And it must be sustained. So if we need to get all the finances you need for CROs, ROCF, cash ration allowance for the soldiers, right, for their feeding, for the equipment, you know, for the ammunition that they have, for bulletproof vests and have helmets, you know, that they require. Everything must be tilted in that direction. It must be a unidirectional affair. Everybody must work towards it. And we must see it as a national emergency in deed and not just in words. So I don't see that happening yet. What I think we have now is we are treating it like every other social issue, and now and again you have an outpost there and the military is thinly spread. No. You must bring everybody together and then have targeted operations with continuous funding, continuous support from every other agency in Nigeria. Every other agency, military, security, intelligence, and otherwise. That's when we begin to have results. Something similar to what happened, like I said in another forum, what happened in 2015 when the election was shifted the first time. When in the northeast, General Ihe Jirika, the chief of army staff at the time, led that onslaught against Boko Haram around the Baga region and other parts of the northeast, and saw an almost entire decimation of Boko Haram as the men of the time. That's what we need to have now. We don't have that yet. And until we do that, you understand, National Assembly keys in, the executive keys in, and the keys in. This is not time for you to be talking about Operation Safe Corridor, reintegration. No, you don't need that now. It's after you have won the war. You can now say, okay, we have some prisoners of war. How do we possibly consider, do we want to reintegrate or want them to go and face the wrath of the law? But not when you're in an active battle, you're talking about reintegration. So we were not ready. We're not doing that yet. From where I stand.
All right, thank you, Dr. Wanogho. We're hoping that those in positions to make the changes listen and implement.
Thank you for having me.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. So my high hopes for state policing should not be as high. Just bring it down a little. After a break, we will discuss the framework. Somebody had some bright ideas about the structure of state policing. And it might seem like there's excitement around state police. Well, because that's the one thing we haven't tried yet. We have soldiers who normally should not be dealing with internal security challenges. We have the police force, which, well, nobody has allowed themselves to trust. The slogan, police is your friend, is one that Nigerians resist with every fiber of their being. We have local security outfits, vigilante groups spread across different communities. We even have government-backed regional security, Amoteku in the southwest, can't remember the one for Anambra State. And at different levels, different systems attempt to create security structures for themselves. At the most local and the barest level, you have the neighborhood watch. You have people on different streets paying security levies. They have somebody who opens the estate gate for them, and they collect money from everybody on the street for the purpose of safety. Security is everyone's business, but unfortunately, the business of security is running at a loss. And so terrorism, unfortunately again, it seems like it is here to stay. We've had this scourge for the longest possible time, and I'm not quite sure that we're winning this war. It doesn't seem that way. There's a break coming up. After the break, I'll run through that report again and the prayers that the terrorists, who are yet to be identified, even though they've taken responsibility, made. How they sacked the community, and then you and I get to talk. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is Hard Facts 92.3 Nigeria Info. Sam Chinedu here. A yet to be identified group has claimed responsibility for the attack on Ngoshe, a community in Gwoza, local government area of Borno State, where scores of soldiers and civilians were killed and over 300 abducted on Wednesday night. Newsmen reports that on Wednesday, the terrorists stormed and burned down a military base in the community, shot sporadically, and burned down homes and shops. In a video obtained by the media, the group, comprising 5 men, said they were determined to claim the territory and would celebrate the coming Eid al-Fitr in the central mosque located in the community. Speaking in Hausa on behalf of the group, one of them acknowledged that they beheaded men and women during the attack. In his words, "We thank God Almighty for helping us succeed in our mission in Ngoshe today. We are inside the central mosque in Ngoshe. People in this town are saying that we cannot conquer Ngoshe. With the help of God, we have already conquered the town. By the grace of God, we are going to stay in Ngoshe and make it part of our province. And we are going to do Eid al-Fitr Salah after the end of Ramadan in Ngoshe." He also disclosed that many residents were abducted with the intention of converting them into slaves. We have slaughtered... You know what? No, let's not just go further. Okay. So, headlines about terrorist attacks do not shock Nigerians anymore because I imagine that you've heard it many times. So people have been reduced to statistics. And you never want to get there. But unfortunately, that's where we are. It's the same way I'm certain that a loud bang will not shock anybody in Gaza. Missiles, explosions, launch of rockets would be their everyday reality. So a little boy here might not really move them. In fact, if care is not taken, people will not even care to turn. Right? We have gotten to that point in Nigeria with headlines of attacks. What people want to know, how many people died this time? What did they do? But I want you to, once again, not be numb to it. And for this particular case, I don't even know how to respond to that. By the grace of God, they took over the town. Let's just say gods are different. That somebody somewhere sat down, or a group of persons, and determined, planned, that they were going to take over your community. Right? I live in Port Harcourt. I have a feeling you do as well. And wherever you are listening from, you have a community, there's a neighborhood, you have friends. Your life revolves around your community. Now somebody comes, of course, armed with weapons and says, "I don't like how Sam Chinedu and the people around him live in Port Harcourt. I want to live in Port Harcourt. I want to take over Port Harcourt, add it to my province, and do Salah in Port Harcourt after Ramadan." Now, the person did not say, "Okay, let's go and rent house. Let's start a business and somehow integrate with the community in Port Harcourt." The person said, "No. We're going to displace everybody. It will be a brand new town for us." Mind you, these people that they want to remove from Port Harcourt, they have a government. Most of them voted in the last election. And the people they voted promised, swore, that the protection of their lives and property is their top priority. We agree that it's not a very easy challenge to surmount. But these people have a government. Now, this group of men entered the community, abduct, behead, kill. According to news reports, we're hearing 300. And then finish, record a video giving thanks to the Almighty God for a successful mission. Calling the people that lived in community haters. They said we cannot make it, but God has proven to them that we can make it. And by God's grace, now to give you context, Ramadan is currently ongoing. After Ramadan, they are not giving us their plans. We will celebrate Salah in this Port Harcourt. These men made videos. Now they are, as the news states, a yet to be identified group. But the men took responsibility. Say now we do them. I don't know how else to describe defeat. But that sounds to me like a group of people that have defeated whatever security structure existed in that community and maybe the country. So it is very clear you will not be an enemy of the government. You will not be a member of the opposition. Because these days, that's what you need to be for you to criticize. For you to say that security forces have lost this battle. If you say it, you don't hate government. You are not coming from a bad place. You are not anti-APC. You are just stating the obvious. And everything that has been thrown at this terrorism for decades, because it's going to, well over 20 years. Operation Safe Corridor, Operation Python Dance, Operation Finish Them Now, Operation If I Catch You, I Will Kill You. They have maybe walked in their own little way. Because when you interview those who have the authority to speak, they use words like technically defeated. We are still seeing what we can do. So if we assume that most of the strategies we have deployed have not exactly recorded a lot of success, we've had our highs and lows, success and failure, and it's a work in progress. Meanwhile, communities are sacked. People are maimed, killed. Then the president now says that state police is the next thing that is about to hit us, security-wise. That we now want to decentralize and localize our police. That people from Choba will safeguard Choba. The police officers will have local intelligence. You can, of course, understand why. I will ask. Maybe this new one is what will solve this problem once and for all, since every other structure has struggled in the face of terrorism. So that's how we got here. I asked my guest if you want to go before the break, if state police will do anything. He said, well, depending on how you set it up, it's supposed to help. But terrorism will be considered the jurisdiction of federal security, not local. So the same question is what I'm asking you. With the failure of all the security strategies against terrorism, could state police be the lasting solution? What do you think it will bring to the table? How do you think it will improve our security? The numbers to call 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080 903 06416. I'm trying to look it up. I think we're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nigerian Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Please, very importantly, turn off your radio as you call. I have a message here. Ascetical A says, Sam, I said it before that a time will come when, just as we are used to hearing money has been stolen and unaccounted, and we joke over it and move on, so are we gradually becoming used to terrorism. It's the guts of how they are even announcing their next move and location, which they will carry out, and nothing, I repeat, nobody will have intelligence report. We are already 8-0 down in this pretentious fight we claim to be fighting. My pain is that when they finish with the North, they will come for us here in the South. I pray 60 years comes faster. Let me leave this rotten earth and stop hearing this heart-aching news every day. I said to go, hey, you go nowhere. We're fixing this country together. Leighton Barry from Bori is on the phone. Good evening.
Good evening, Sam Oracle.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm well. How you doing?
Fine.
Go ahead.
Looking at this whole situation, this security situation, I think presently Nigeria is on the crossroad because the precarious security situation we are in, have also made us to lose technicalities and security measures to use in tackling this terrorism. And so the way we are beginning, in fact, we are now handling the security situation with levity. That you can see that even those boys who are from those northern areas, in our own place here, they have dominated. They know all the nooks and crannies. In case, just like somebody was sending you a text now, telling you that they will even come to South or River State to dominate. They have dominated already. It is not that they will come, because they are using these scavengers to go through nooks and crannies, and they know where you, even an indigent, doesn't know. Secondly, the security agencies that are responsible for tackling this terrorism have compromised to some certain extent. You know, some of them are the ones linking the information to these Boko Haram members. We also, among the military, they also have those who play that role by giving them information. That is why you see most times the security agencies, the military, will be ambushed. How do you know that the military are coming on this road, that you are able, to lay ambush and wait for them, that the military do not know? It is because the inside rat has been able to inform the outside rat that this is how where food is and this is how the movement should be. And so the situation now is that it is not because the state police will solve much. It will try to some certain extent, but I tell you, to be very sincere, with the compromise, with the way our people are, take things for granted, depend on money, I don't think we can be able to cross that as much, but it will reduce. Will reduce. Most interestingly, if you go to our rural areas where we have court boys here, mostly the South, if the state police cannot be able to solve the issue of cultism because they are closer to the people at the grassroots, that is why I would have recommended that the state police would have been more better than most of those government security agencies. Because the state police are like the neighborhood watch.
Thank you, Leighton Barry.
To you in your community and your neighborhood.
I have to move on now. Thank you very much. Romanus calls from GRA. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sam Oracle.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, let me answer your question. I love the way you explain it from the story you analyze, you told us. Thank you. God bless you. Have you seen the failure of our government? Mr. Sam, what happened to our Air Force? What happened to Nigerian Air Force to start with? What happened to Nigerian military to start with again? What happened to Nigerian Navy to start with again? This state policing, they never tell us what they are looking for. Because you can't tell me that these people pass information that we are coming, we will take over this community, we will use it for this after their fasting, after their Ramadan fasting, that we use that place for Salah. And up till now, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian military, all the contractors, all the Air Force, all the army, all of them, none of them take any action. I'm very, very speechless. I don't really know what to say. But this thing that they are doing, playing with the people's life, God will ask them question. No. I don't really know the crime that Nigerians commit.
All right.
Our armies are there. Our Air Force are there. And all this information passed on time. Everybody kept quiet until these people carried their mission out.
All right, thank you very much.
My brother, I don't really like hearing this type of thing.
Thank you, Romanus. JJ calls from Rumibo. Good evening.
Yeah, Sam, I greet you this evening.
Good evening.
Sam, what did they say is the real definition of madness the other time? I know you know the definition. Doing one thing over and over and expecting a different result. Am I right?
Mm.
Now, Sam, the army, where is the headquarters of the army? The Navy, where is the headquarters? Abuja. Army, Abuja. Police, Abuja. Civil Defense, Abuja. Even Peace Corps, even Vigilante that they said they want to set up an hunter, they all have the head office in Abuja. It means we are doing one thing over and over and expecting different results. Now, let's take the security command close to the people. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that there will be immediate, direct instruction. Pam, and you see things happening. Pam, if we all are here and say, look, today we don't want any crime. Say, these boys are committing this crime. How many then they? Even the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, how many then they will not go win them? So what I'm trying to say in essence is, get this one now closer to the people. See, you know, Amoteko, I say it's a regional whatever.
Yeah.
But they've recorded more success than even the police that have been there like Methuselah. So as far as I'm concerned, let them do the framework and put this one under the state so that we can see what we can do. Because there are some things they will tell you, like during the body crisis, you see boys carry gun, they come attack you. Army will be running away because they will tell you that there's no order for them to do anything. So those who are supposed to protect you will be running. Why danger is looming? And they will tell you, oh, if they've not told you to, if they have not endangered your life, if they have not done all those, they are not, I don't know how to describe it, don't act. Meanwhile, people are killed though. Which other thing did you come to do? Is it to protect yourself or to protect the people that are being killed and you run away? For instance, Andrew, Sam, the cabin school where they were protecting, and somebody gave order that they should leave after 1 hour, these people came. So we know who gave that order. But if it were in the state, we would have known who gave that order long ago. So for me, let's bring a new thing and see the results. For instance, Park in Omega was under the local government chairman. You saw the wonderful job they did. So for me, we cannot be doing one thing. At the end of the day, when we have crisis there, was it not Park that was guiding the police? I bet second base, Jerry. Let them bring state police.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, JJ. Muriel calls from Africa. Good evening.
Hello, Andy. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. This is your Africa woman.
All right.
You know, bringing security to very, very close to the people is a very wonderful idea. And to an essence, to a very large essence, I mean, it could have formed, and not totally, but to a it could have gone to a very good extent to help us fight terrorism. Because now, most of the governors who want to recruit, more of their local men, the people that are on ground in their different villages and different farms and hideouts, they would recruit people from there, people that know the terrain very well, and maybe pay them very well according to how, the capacity of the state that can encourage these people. But the unfortunate thing about all this is that our presidency and our nation, they are doing these things for the wrong reasons and for the wrong motive. It's all political for me. Now that almost 32 of Nigerian states now belong to one particular party, state governors are now in one party. They are now in a haste to conduct, to give us state police, because now they are no longer scared, Now they know that whatever comes, politics, it is still their men that are in charge of the security. If the reverse was the case, trust me, the president wouldn't have even thought of it twice. He wouldn't have even looked at it twice. But now he's such in a haste to implement it. It would have been wonderful, a very bright idea, if it was done for the right reason. Look at other countries. And let's keep comparing ourselves with the U.S. You see these local sheriffs. Yeah, you see them live among the people. They have houses. They can even come from different places, but they live in the communities. In the night, they stroll, they sit down, they drink, they go to different places where the community people are staying. They communicate with them. It's very local, very wonderful. They know everybody. Sometimes they even know everybody by their names because they live with the people. It's the people live security, living with the people right in their homes. But now, for the case of Nigeria, it's just for the wrong motives. What they call politics. So now, would they be giving the police now that they want to give us state police, would they be giving them different kind of weapons or different training? Would they call for, how would they do it? Is it the same thing we're saying? Okay, just that now governors will be paying them and different state governors. It's just all politics, and that's why it will not yield results. Otherwise,
right.
Sammy, to a great extent, it would have helped us.
Thank you, Mariel. I have to move on now. Somebody said Nigeria is safe. Most Nigerians do not know that we're in a state of emergency in the country. Watch the government continuing their next year campaign, and the followers will still sing their praise. The Nigerian army cannot do anything about these guys because their hands are tied. Take your Japa plans seriously. You didn't give your name, but you gave your thoughts. Good evening, Mr. Sam Oracle. I express deep worry over escalating insecurity in Borno State. It's quite unfortunate. Insecurity is gradually engulfing some of Nigeria. The incessant attacks on Nigerians by terrorists and bandits is increasing on a daily basis. Terrorists killing, sacking innocent Nigerians in their communities. President Bola Tinubu should save Nigeria or resign honorably. Owanete Clinton West says, progress calls from Alele. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Let me just say that state police is a welcome development. At least it will improve generally the security of the country, especially at the local level. But the truth remains that for terrorism, state police is not the better or best instrument. The reason I said that is the problem here is not intelligence. That you will now expect state police, they will tell the governor or tell whoever that come or something about is about to happen. No, the problem here is not intelligence. There have been information that these people want to attack and will go ahead to attack. They will even tell us here, the next community to be attacked. Nigeria Info and every other media houses, we announce it. And at the end of the day, that will be carried out. So how is that an intelligence problem again? The problem is the willpower, and equipment. Nigeria don't have the equipment to fight. That's why we are losing the fight. We are not ready to fight them. The willpower, we are compromising. And those people in authority, for me, I think that they have soft spot for these people because I believe that they have something they share in common. Either religion or something is linking them, which I think is the major problem. Every other thing is secondary. If we are ready to fight these people, we will mobilize and fight them. But because either we are sympathizing with this struggle, they will tell us that they are, okay, tell me which group that we want to go, kill, take over, and be now celebrating Salah in a mosque. And you think that somebody does not know that they want to do that, and some people are not happy. Those who are of the same religion are not happy with that act of celebrating. They know what they are doing. They know. Therefore, state police is not the solution here, sir. The Nigerian government, any day we are ready. In fact, I pity my people. I pity my people of this way because By the time they finish with the north, definitely they will come over here. Just
Right.
like somebody said that 40 years should come and go so that we can, those of us who, this thing is very annoying that your country cannot fight people that are killing the people. They will even come on radio and edit that they behead the women and the government is not doing anything.
Okay, Progress.
It's quite unfortunate.
Yes, indeed it is. I'm officially out of time. It's a sad and sorry development. As usual, we leave it in the jurisdiction of hope. We hope that our government protects us. We hope that security agencies function optimally. We hope that our defense forces defend us. But between now and then, we hope that nothing happens to us. The news update comes up at 5, and then we talk politics. Stay with us.